time for Fight Night X.
X
For extreme. X
Yeah.
means extreme. We got our first ever Dark Tidings main event. It is an evil twin even.
Yeah.
So
it's
a double whammy. Kind
of. It's it's an interesting deck. It's got a lot of problems for Light Tasker. I'll probably talk more about the deck once we get to that game, but that's definitely main event is the main draw here. But shaping up to be an interesting test. Before that, we've got Mervagig and Corporal Barkus Rex Kingsley.
It might be about a 5-minute game
in a rush match. I'm looking forward to that one. I think that game will be blazingly quick.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. But very fast.
We've got our meme match, the 69 SAS match. Justin chose Z, that sinfully shows fate, and I chose Pleasance, the dashingly aggressive. We just kind of picked those decks. I just kind of like picked one out at random. I tried to make sure that I got one that had Brobnar in it.
And I just picked mine because that was the other deck I had in Nationals for the Sealed Triad Nationals. I didn't really get to play much
because it got banned.
Because it got banned every time.
Sealed Triad, as a bit of a segue, Sealed Triad is a really fun format, but very exhausting.
Yeah.
Because the rounds are like 2 hours. So.
No, there was no feats allowed. No Mr. Jack feats allowed.
And then the first match, possibly the most exciting match, is the Luchador match.
The sealed Luchador match, where the loser will be unmasked. Neither of these decks are scanned.
So.
Alright, I'm going to send it down to the ring announcer.
Ring announcing this week done by Roadrunner. Roadrunner again, thank you.
There we go. I don't have match cards for the first two.
Okay.
Because the 69 was supposed to be secret, and this one's obviously that we can't look at Archon cards. So
yeah.
Here we go.
Keyforge fans, welcome to Fight Night 10. Tonight we start again with the special sealed event. Since we last saw them, our troupe of luchadoras, that is, Mexican female wrestlers, extended their tour of North America into Canada, and on returning to South Carolina, they brought with them initiates from Age of Ascension and Dark Tidings. A reminder of their style of lucha libre. They enter the ring in complete helmet and face masks, concealing their true identities, and only presenting their elaborate stage personas. However, as we saw in Fight Night 9, the winner will ceremoniously unmask the loser, ordinarily the ultimate insult, thereby revealing the Archon card, the true identity, and the complete name. If in this way the loser who is revealed is powerful in all her glory, how much more powerful may be the winner whose identity remains hidden?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Let's give it a second to settle down.
Yeah.
Before we do the next
Come on, bro. Smashing me with my tail.
What are you doing, Eddie? What are you doing?
It's the Champ had music, I believe so.
They do.
Yeah.
Those Light Taskers had music this whole time. But also the Challenger has music. Alright. The Void intro.
Our reigning champion Luchadora's true identity has remained hidden by winning her match in Fight Night 9. On achieving victory, she unmasked her rival, who was Felicity Wellborn Ballroom Artist, which then sported a not-too-shabby 68 SAS. Again representing the forces of evil and wearing a red and black mask, La Despotricadora.
Very elaborate mask.
Everybody loves a good heel.
The Challenger.
Our masked challenger tonight arrived in complete headgear resembling a bishop's mitre. The referee refused to allow her shepherd's crook into the ring, but he could not banish her holier than thou antics. From La Época de la Ascensión, and I guess representing the forces of good, or at least the forces of pretentious hypocrisy, La Paladina.
All right.
All right.
Here we go.
Okay. I'm trying to remember. I vaguely remember the game. I think it was like kind of close, but like EE cracked the game open.
Yeah. That about right.
And then like the Star Alliance was also pretty good in this deck. So, yeah. This deck is it's got powerful cards. There's a lot of very average cards in it, but there's some quite some powerful cards that I think, like, if you get maximum value from, you get to go pretty hard. So,
Frant. 9 months. Thank you, Frant.
Appreciate that.
This is a sealed AOA deck, so
yeah.
Who knows what's going to happen.
Let's roll the dice.
I'll tell you the houses. For Logos Dis Sanctum, okay? So take from that what you will.
You're showing the Archon art.
That's fine. Archon art's fine. Never mind. It's not fine.
It's not fine. You've brought.
I just didn't want to show the code.
You've brought great shame.
They can't see it. It's fine. We'll see it in higher res if it loses. Ruined.
You are first.
I ruined the entire thing.
Yeah, we can't even get through one night. I will keep.
That you don't see any house come and you don't ever think, oh crap, no. I mean, yeah, I guess they all have potential, right? I'm first.
There's such a wild variety between, like, even with the same house combo, the actual quality of the deck got a huge variety, right? Like, it's just an absolute.
The library of the dang.
Yeah, it won't be the last of those I see tonight. Okay, I am going to say Untamed. I'm going to play Harmonia. I'm going to play Feathered Shaman. I'm going to play The Fittest. So we'll get some plus encounters. And then I'll just go ahead and discard the Song of the Wild. I actually think there's a decent chance that I can probably go back into this on the next turn, but I know I've got some powerful stuff in the deck, so I may as well do.
Say Logos. I'll play Igor. Top 3 here.
Speaking of digging.
Discard. Actually, I'll discard Rocket Boots and Rimp.
Yeah, I had Mars as one of like my top houses I would ban, and I would still
Remote access.
This was like almost 2 years ago now, but I would still ban Shadow's Dis in sealed for AOA
definitely, yeah.
because there were so many nasty Shadow's Dis combinations that could occur.
Sure.
I didn't really want to get Exhumed Ronnied into oblivion. Okay, I am going to say I'm actually torn. That was a pretty efficient turn there. Torn whether I should go for cards or if I should go for value. I know I got more valuable stuff to get to, so I'm gonna say Dis. I'll play Wretched Doll. I'll Festering Touch. I'll choose only Igor to deal 1 damage. I'm gonna play Lilithal, and then I've got a Scullion. And the question is what if any of these creatures I get rid of. I think I just pitched the Scullion because I think the Feathered Shaman represents a decent amount of value. Lilithal gives me some amber control. I don't really remember how much is in here. And Harmonia gives me a way to get back in the game if you like play like 8 creatures or something, right? So
Hey Logos, I will buy a Rupture.
okay.
Just both gain 2. I'll play Plant Librarian and then fill a I care less about the drawing the card than I do reaping, or about than I could do archiving card. Reap with Igor, and that's my turn.
Okay, so you'll draw and archive. Okay, I am going to say Untamed. I am going to Reap with the Feathered Shaman, which is going to ward the neighbors. I am going to play Bramble Links Ready, because I have used a creature to Reap this turn. I'm going to play the Fittest, and I am going to get some +1/+1 counters. I think I'm going to have the Bramble Links kill the Titan Librarian. It just represents too much value. Harmonia will Reap to go to 7, which is possibly a mistake, because against AoA, especially against Logos, you're safe at 6. So anyway, I'll say check with 7 and I'll draw 2.
Say Sanctum Archive. I will deploy a Chael the Safeguard and draw.
Combos.
I will play Abade and capture 3. I'll play Take Hostages. And then I will Golden Aura Igor, fully heals it, and it's Sanctum this turn. Just gonna Reap with it.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay, I am going to say Dis. Lilithal is going to fight Abade. So that'll kill. I'll get to capture 1. And I remove the ward. I am going to play another Lilithal. I am going to play Gleeful Mayhem. And I'm going to shoot my Lilithal that has the +1/+1 counter. I'll kill Phila. And then I think I just shoot my own Harmonia here. I don't think I care about the word. I will say check with 8, and it will be your turn. I will draw 2.
I'll Forge. Say Dis. I'll play Shadow of Dis.
My creatures are blank.
Binding Irons you.
Got chains.
Play Misery Exploit, gain 1. And discard Tolas, use the library to archive a card. Your turn.
Okay, so I will forge.
Yeah, Tide's on the game. There's no Tide card involved.
I will forge. I am
Thanks for the follow.
appreciate that.
Darkfire Link.
Oh. What do I want to? I guess I'll say Untamed here. I will. Or do I play it? I play it. I'll Reap with Feathered Shaman to ward. I will play Cauldron Boil. So remove the ward, deal damage to each creature, the amount of damage that it has on it.
Oh yeah, creatures are blank.
Oh. Well. Then I'll still play it. Whatever. Okay. You can have it. And then I'll Reap and Reap. And I will drop a chain, and it's your turn.
Played around my Healing Blast.
Oh, it did?
Yep.
So the forces of evil.
Say Sanctum. play Vault Keeper and Logos Ambassador, and I'll play Healing Blast. Done.
Okay, so I will forge. I am going to say, Scarlet's. Good Lord, Eddie. Good. Can I get some professionalism? Can I get some professionalism? Can I get some professionalism? Quiet on the set, Eddie. All right. I am going to play First Officer Frayne, who's going to capture. And then I'm going to give Frayne her blaster to steal. Well, I guess not steal, but move from her to my pool. I'm going to play stealth mode, so no actions next turn. I am going to play Information Officer Gray, and I'm going to play Calvin just as Calvin. And it is your turn. I will drop a chain and draw 5.
Okay, I'll say Logos, pick up the archive. I'll play Phil the Researcher and a Pip Pip and draw. And I'll Director of ZYX. Igor will reap. Done.
Okay. I am going to say Star Alliance. And I am going to reap with Frayne. She's gonna shoot Pip Pip. Her ability. Does she get stunned
No.
here? Okay. And then I will capture using her ability. I am going to reap with Gray, and I'm going to show you Ghost Hawk to put into my archives. I am going to reap with Calvin, and I'm going to draw a card. And then I actually did that in the wrong order. I'll play Navigator Ali to look at the top 3. Okay. And then I will play Commander Chan and Helmsman Spears. And it is.
I don't know how you win without a board wipe against that deck.
I will
Or
say
really any creature control.
I will say check with 6. I'll drop a chain and draw 3.
Okay, I'll say this. I'll archive the top card of my deck. Start of the turn. I'll play 3 Fates.
Okay.
4, 4, 4, 5.
5.
5s and 4s. Okay, so
Yeah.
I can kill some 4s. Kill Frayne.
So 5, 4.
And I'll get Commander Chan. I will Pain Reaction the Spears.
Dead.
I'll play a Gub. And I'll Exhume.
Evade.
Fade. I'll use his library. Alright, done. There, Lord Farquaad, 24 months, 2 years.
Look at that.
That's awesome. Thank you.
2 entire years. Okay, I am going to say Untamed. I'm going to pick up my archives. I am going to play Ghost Hawk right here, deployed. I'll reap with Navigator Ali, who's going to look at the top 3 cards. Doesn't really matter what order I put them back in, I don't think. I'm going to reap with Information Officer Gray. I am going to show you a Dendrix that I'm going to put in my archives. I'm going to reap with the Feathered Shaman, and I will ward Gray and Harmonia. Oh, did I get an Amber? I think I got an Amber when I played Ghost Hawk. 1, 2, 3, 6, 3, 6, 7. So yes, I got an Amber when I played Ghost Hawk. Right? No, we would have been equal.
Yeah,
I would have had to have lefts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I am going to put a Wild Spirit on Harmonia. Harmonia is going to reap, capture. Then I am going to play Nature's Call. And I'm gonna bounce Logos Ambassador, the Gub, and the Director of ZYX. I could even bounce like the Ghost Hawk and like Reap with Calvin over there, but I think this is fine. And then the Bramble Links will just Reap. I think there's like no point in me not reaping here. So, alright, I'll go to 10. I'll say check with 10. I will draw 4.
I got a Schuler or a Wild Wormhole or a Lion Voucher. So, nope, not even close.
Alright, the forces of evil win yet again.
Yep. Alright, the unmasking. It's time.
Okay.
I'll remask it. Hold on. Alright, there you go.
Okay. I take the vanquished opponent.
You can put it on the card cam.
Have to organize the. Okay.
Alright, there you go.
Parade La Paladina in front of the entire audience, and it was the rat catcher of Terror Rock the whole time.
Terror Rock. It's a good name though.
The rat catcher of Terror Rock.
Yeah, it's Blue Archon. Wow.
Blue Archon. So
there you go.
an ignoble defeat.
Unfortunate. But the evil challenger,
Yes.
the evil
the
champion,
heel's power grows
reigns supreme.
with each unmasking. Boo.
Boo.
Okay.
Game 2. The 69s. And we'll send it back down to Roadrunner to bring us into this game.
Ladies and gentlemen, these 13 months of pandemic world lockdown has seen the advent of a string of virtual competitive Keyforge events with a myriad of variants. One of the most popular ways to compete is a tournament that limits entries to a maximum SAS score, and one of the most popular limiting scores is the number 69. Decks with a score of 69 are more powerful than 80% of all the other decks in Keyforge, but they usually lack game warping cards or game warping synergies. They often offer close and enjoyable games. Remember, our favorite underdog, Mr. Jackfeet from Mass Mutation, is a 69 deck, but it was purposely excluded for tonight's match. Ladies and gentlemen, let us celebrate in Keyforge that 69 is more than just a WebD confirmed sexual position.
Alright, Pleasant's intro.
In the other corner, we have a Worlds Collide deck.
The Z intro.
In this corner, we have a power level 4 Age of Ascension deck that has an organized play record of 6 wins, 2 losses, with no chains. Justin tells me that it was one of his 3 decks in the Sealed Triad National Championship, but it was banned most rounds. This SAS of 69 is a very high score for Age of Ascension, because we know that the SAS process seems to underrate Age of Ascension decks.
True.
Sporting a powerful house dis with a legacy succubus and 4 total board wipes, welcome Je that sinfully shows fate.
The board wipes were key and sealed, right? Really important and sealed.
In the other corner, we have a Worlds Collide deck that has many of the strongest cards of houses Saurian and Shadows. It is its dose of Brobnar that lowers its SAS score to achieve that number 69. But as is often the case for a Worlds Collide deck, it lacks a good board wipe. It does have Ragnarok, but can we call the cataclysmic Twilight of the Gods a legitimate board wipe? Now, direct from Paris, France, Plaisance, the dashingly aggressive.
All right. All right. So, cup. Bringing it in.
It's looking like we're gonna start the finals at about 8:30.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that
I
too.
got a feeling.
It's gonna be 2 hours.
I get a feeling that game could be pretty long,
Yeah.
right? Because Light Tasker has a way of just like white knuckle gripping it onto a game without like letting go. It's never quite vanquished, right? So.
Perfectly balanced fun. That's right. Fun for everybody. Everybody involved. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. One day, Light Tasker won't be champion anymore, and we could. The fight nights won't be 8 hours long.
That was the nice thing about. Was it?
The Jack Feet games were still kind of long.
They were longish,
but Jack
Feet had forward momentum.
Yeah,
was
yeah.
the thing, right?
Especially with the Redacted.
Light Tasker has nothing but drag on a game. Like it just it pulls a game down to its level. It has a very ground and pound style, like way that it'll just slow a game down.
Light Tasker's challenge every week. All right, if you want to do that, feel free.
I will keep.
I'll keep as well. Play Dis. I'll play as Key to Dis. Light Tasker is banned from challenging for 1 full year for some sort of out of the ring transgression.
I will play Saurian. I will play Diplomacy. I will play Chant of Hubris, and I will play Senator Shrek's No Exalt. And your turn.
Too dang good looking. I'm gonna say Shadows. I'm gonna play Brand. And I'm gonna use the key, so I'll steal the one I gave you with it. I'll play 2 Miasmas. Your turn.
Okay, I will say Shadows. I am going to play Pestering Blow. There's a creature in play. I'll play Umbra, I'll play Whisper, I'll play Ronnie and steal 1. And it's your turn. I will draw 4.
I'll say Dis. I will banish the Umbra. I'll play Gub and I'll play a Schuler.
Okay, I am going to say Shadows. I'll put my archives into my hand. I am going to Reap with Ronnie. I'm going to Reap with Whisper. And I am going to Kybor Eclipse. I think it's worth shuffling in the Schuler there for the Ronnie, because the Ronnie is like basically better Schuler. And then I will play
Okay.
And I will draw one.
Say Dis. I'll play a Schuler.
Okay, well.
I'll Exhume. I'll Exhume Brand.
Okay.
That's my only target anyway. Your turn.
Alright. I am going to say Brobnar. I will discard the Ragnarok. I will play Shattered Throne. I will play Shorty. I'll play Gron's Brew onto Umbra to give 2+1 counters. I will say check with 6, and I will draw 4.
Forge. I'll say this. I'll Play Schuler. I'll banish the Umbra. When will it learn? I'll have Schuler fight Shorty. Can I capture one?
Yes.
And done.
Okay, I'll show Shadows. I'll put my archives into my hand. I am going to hawk the Shattered Throne. I am going to play Umbra, and I'll play Chain Gang. And it's your turn. I will draw 2.
The Shadows and I'll swindle. Alright, I'm done.
Alright, I am going to say... I am going to say Saurians. I am going to play Brutodon Auxiliary. I am going to play Reader Gallum. I am going to play Orator Hissero. For the remainder turn, they belong to House Saurian. So Chain Gang is going to steal one from you. I don't have a chain to shuffle into the... Umbra is going to kill the Schuler and steal. And I am going to put a Scudum onto Umbra. Then I am going to Phalanx Strike Schuler. And that is my turn. I will say check with 8. I will draw 5.
Alright, I'll say Sanctum. I will... Or do they come to purge the Brutodon? Play Disambassador. Golden Aura, the Brand, and have him fight Chain Gang. Your turn.
Okay. I am going to Forge. I will say Brobnar. I'm gonna Berserker Slam the Disambassador, so you lose one. I will Warrior's Refrain. It kind of sucks for me here, but I got a feeling a board wipe is around the corner at some point. And I will play Alaka, and it's your turn. I will.
Okay. I'll say play Dust Imp and unlock Gateway.
Yeah.
So I gain 2 from the Dust Imp, steal 3 from Brand, and the one on Umbra goes away. Your turn.
Okay, I am gonna say Shadows. I'll play Whisper and Ronnie. And
The stealing.
it is your turn. I will draw 2.
Say Shadows. I'll Sucker Punch Ronnie. Bang. Not Forge. I will play Hideaway Hole. I will play Lamindra. Sure, I'll play Lamindra. I'll discard Bad Penny.
Okay. I'm gonna say Brobnar. I'm gonna play Mega Nine Toes, Alaka, and Mog Hunter. And it's your turn. I will draw 3.
Play Sanctum. Little Spirits Away. Kill all the stuff. I'll play Blinding Light for House Unfathomable. I will play Fade and capture 3. Lion and Baron. Your turn.
Okay. I am going to say Shadows. I'm going to play Manchego. 5 exactly. I am going to hit and run Lamindra to bounce Manchego. I'll play Manchego.
Good lord.
And it is your turn. I will draw 2.
House Key Racken, that works too. I'll say Sanctum. I'll play Oath of Poverty. Pull up my hideaway hole to get 2. I'll discard this Opal Knight. Play Prince Derek. Oh yeah, Sanctum, or the Baron. I'll Reap with Evade. I'll Reap with Lion. I'll Reap with Baron.
I don't have any Amber control.
Alright.
So.
We did it.
Well, my subtle chain. I could have used a subtle chain in that game,
Yeah,
I think.
for sure.
Fast game.
It was fast. I remember why I liked this deck so much. I think I got to play it in like 2 rounds. It did not lose a game.
I mean, it's a good deck. It's
Yeah.
like that's the. I mean, like did that feel?
It has 2 bad pennies, but like
yeah,
you can kind of play through them.
Right.
It's got a lot of board control and Amber control for an AoE deck, so
yeah,
it has a lot going for it. It's not like Archon viable or anything, but it's definitely solid in a sealed tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I would play it like a chainbound, absolutely.
Yeah, it'd be fun to play in chainbound.
Play
All right,
it
here we go.
Okay.
This one I did have a card for, so
Okay.
here we go. I'm gonna go to Roadrunner once again. Bring us into our 3rd matchup.
For our next match, we present the debut of Dark Tidings. Ladies and gentlemen, Amber Burst from House Untamed is back with a vengeance. Our sponsor witnessed a rookie fighter with the blinding speed of Logos, Star Alliance, and Untamed, and that fighter gets immediately matched against the fastest deck in South Carolina. Let us see
Maybe true.
if speed, which is dependent on the onrushing tide, can contend with the speed of good old-fashioned printed amber.
Okay. Vargas Archon. Yeah, man, it's really cool. He's got like a sword and a little skeleton hand.
This dude's like a spider.
Yeah.
Mervigig's like a spider. With like a face. It's like a drider.
If ever a fighter needed no introduction to Tabletop Royale fans, it would be this one. His 30 tournament wins have propelled him to the Call of the Archons Championship, as well as the championship of the cross-set tournament of the first 2 sets. Only Light Tasker carries a better win-loss ratio, and at 30 wins and only 7 losses, that ratio is 4.3. Any deck running the gauntlet meets him first and is likely to get a good spanking. However, his style of rushing depends on drawing cards for their printed amber. Can he cope versus rush Dark Tidings style? Welcome Corporal Barcus Rex Kingsley. Our next fighter demonstrates that even coming from Dark Tidings, one does not have to be a twin to be evil. His exploits in the ring are merely a sideline to his main gig as a criminal defense attorney. His parents changed their family name to Goodman after being suspected of war crimes perpetrated in Serbia. His given name being almost unpronounceable, he goes by his nickname, as his clients in Albuquerque, New Mexico are wont to say, "Better call Saul." Welcome Mirvigig, the barrister of treachery.
There you go.
Love the reference there.
Yep, it's good stuff. Yeah, so we don't have many stats because SAS doesn't work for these yet. So, but SAS is going to be live on the 18th. If y'all didn't see, for Dark Tidings, which cool decision. They wanted to wait until it was out in the United States to give people that were trying to sell more of a even playing field, I guess.
Yeah.
As far as the SAS scores. So.
Well, I mean, you manipulate the whole market. And I think saying, "Hey, this is the date SAS is available," also stops manipulating the market as well, right?
Yeah.
Like, so you basically say this date it'll go live, and you got to know that it's not going to
be like accurate.
It's not going to be accurate,
Yeah.
right? It's going to be a best guess at that point. So
the bets. Are you not doing bets?
I didn't do them for the first 2, so. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, people open. I mean, like, how mad must you be if you're Westlake and people come to you and complain that they didn't open up any good decks, right? Like, imagine how annoying that must be.
Yeah, or like
they're like, I opened 3 boxes, nothing in here is above a 75 SAS, you know? And it's like, well, about that, I'm working on, you know, the SAS scores. It is a living process.
He's definitely not going to do bets if you can't type Peepo Shake correctly.
Oh, no. Yeah. You better tab. You better tab complete that.
You better hit that tab button.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to write, Nathan. You're going to have to do it.
That's fine. Let them riot.
Let
them riot.
All right. Madge. It's pretty Madge at you right now. Look, I'll do it. It's fine. Hold on.
What are you talking? You caving into their demands.
Yeah, I am. They get Amber they want to bet. I just gotta figure out how to do it. Firefox is mad at me, and Streamlabs wants to chat with me for some reason. How do I even close this? What's this trash?
And hit the bar. This is.
Yeah, you can't even click it. Look at that.
I have no idea how you manage that.
I can't choose a winner in this case.
No idea how you manage that.
Alright, bets are live. Get your bets in for the game. Did we roll already? No.
Nope.
7.
11.
Six top bar. Boom. Done.
Alright, I'm going to start this game off right by taking 3 chains to raise the tide.
Alright.
And I'm going to say Star Alliance for my turn. And I'm going to play Together so that I can play a non-Star Alliance card, which in this case is going to be Eddie.
He's going to legally play 4 cards first turn instead of illegally doing it.
And I am going to archive. Then I'm going to play Miliobi. And it is your turn. I'll drop a chain and draw 2.
Okay. I'll say Logos. I'll play a Library of Babel and a Lab Work. I'm done.
Okay. I am going to put my archives into my hand, and I am going to say Logos. And I am going to Reap with Eddie. I am going to play Science.
Okay.
I am going to play Think Twice. So I'm going to get one. Now the question is whether I get the Science or the Tide. Problem is if I do the Tide, the Together, I don't actually.
I think if you get the Science, you get a second Amber for Think Twice.
Because it plays the action card and the Think Twice is resolved. So I'll go ahead and play the Science then. Get an Amber. And then I'm going to play Bouncing Death Quirk and destroy Miliobi. And I'll get 2 Amber. And it is your turn. I will drop a chain and draw.
Okay. I'll say Shadows. I'll archive. I will play. Wait, do I have? Yeah, I do. Okay. Play Skeleton Key. I will use the. Oh, I did not have. Never mind. I'll play Special Delivery. I was like, I want to use a Special Delivery right now. But I can't. Madge. Relentless Whispers, Eddie. 2. I will play Hidden Stash and archive a card. Your turn.
I don't actually have a good way to kill the Eddie here, which is a shame. It's crying shame. I don't have a way to save the Eddie here. So I think what I do then, as I say Logos, I'm going to reap with Eddie to go to 6, so that at least I'm threatening. And I'll play Theory Conjecture and archive the top 2. And it is your turn. I will drop a chain and draw.
Okay, let's see. Untamed. I'll go ahead and special delivery already because I don't want you world treeing it and stuff.
Yeah.
I'll play Common Cold.
Deck has 2 at least. So.
Yeah, I'll play Vigor. Discard Full Moon. I'm gonna go ahead and play for Fertility Chant.
Okay. That's where we're at.
We're going. Full speed.
That is where we are at.
Your turn.
Alright, so I will forge. I am going to say Untamed, and I'll put my archives into my hand. I am going to play World Tree and Fangtooth Cavern. I'm going to play Chelonia and Deepwater Gruin and get 3 for playing the Deepwater Gruin. And it is your turn. The Fangtooth is going to kill Chelonia, and I will draw 3. I'll say check with 6.
Alright, Forge. Let's say Logos. The library access. Use the library to draw. Actually, I gotta do that last. Maybe. I'll play Kyo and draw. I will Windbolt the Gruin and Kyo. And draw. I will play Neutron Shark, destroy Kyo and the World Tree. I'll destroy the Shark and the Gruin. Then, oh, did I draw for that? Shark.
For playing the Shark?
Yeah. No, I did not.
No, I don't think so. I think you were resolving the Shark.
I'm just going to draw for that now, even though it's not technically the card that it would have been, but it's. I'll play Strange Gizmo. I will draw. I'll use the Library of Babel and draw. Play Brain Eater and draw. No.
Yeah, so I will forge. Whatever I play now is getting wiped. You are, I think, set up for Shadow's turn. Or an Untamed turn. I guess I'll say Star Alliance. I'll play Shield Leader. I'll play Universal Translator. I will Techno Babble to stun the Brain Eater. I will play Selective Preservation. I choose them. They live. It's your turn. I will draw 4. And Strange Gizmo goes off.
Oh, that Fangtooth gone too?
Yeah.
I'll say Untamed. I'll play Vigor and Nature's Call and Regrowth to get Asp. Your turn.
Okay. I am going to say Logos.
The Tide is gone. Tide's not gone.
I'm going to play Phase Shift.
Okay.
So that I can play Rocketeer Triska. I'm going to play Bilge Warden so that you raise the Tide. I'm going to play Hydra Cataloger. And I'm going to reap with the Bilge Warden so that I raise the tide and get to archive it.
Wow. The combos.
And it is your turn. I will draw 4.
Say Shadows. I will Relentless Whispers the Bilge Warden and steal 1. I'll play a Special Delivery. I'll play an Asp. I'll play a Treasure Map. I have to play that last. But I'll play one last job. And steal 1. Then I'll play Treasure Map. Okay. No, I instead of grabbing the Amber for one last job, I just left it in there from the one last job. I know it looked like I did, though.
I can't stop you. I can say Logos. I can Positron Bolt my own Triska. I can play Eddie and archive a card. And then I can reap with Eddie, but unfortunately, I don't have any more Amber control.
Okay,
so that's that.
Even if I did get 2, then he's still gonna stop at 8. So he basics to Tide twice. You can't pay chains if you have the Tide already.
Yeah, you have the Omni. The Omni is on the low Tide part.
Yeah, that would be awful.
The losing the Eddie to the Special Delivery sucked.
Yeah.
So this deck relies on artifacts, and Barkus is pretty good at breaking up artifacts. It's possible I should have mulliganed my hand. I felt like I had like a pretty explosive start there, or like it could. But I kind of like got.
I mean, that was a good start. So.
It was like fine, but I think I could have done better. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So.
All right, the championship match.
I'm gonna chalk it up to lack of experience with Murder Gig. I mean, could you have stopped me if I had managed to threaten?
My team TP in like the one last job.
Well, so. Okay, so the thing was I had the Tide thing that would let me forge for 5. So you would have to take chains to take the Tide.
That's true.
Yeah. So if I had gone into Star Alliance, so.
Those bets, I got you. Alright. Yes, get ready. This is the championship match. Light Tasker shall emerge from his tomb, his coffin. And here we go. We're gonna go to the thing.
You have to get rid of the Tide element, or does it get rid of automatic?
I'm gonna have to press a button. Alright, we gotta go down.
I didn't know if you press the other thing, if the Tide would go away. Clear. The Tide would appear over the title card.
Oh, no. This is a different scene.
Ladies and gentlemen, the last few months has seen all the smart money scramble to find some challenger who might defeat Light Tasker. Now for the first time, and 3 weeks early, thanks to our Canadian friends, we can welcome a challenger from Dark Tidings. After 3 grueling hours with the new set, Monsieur Nathan, ranter extraordinaire, was heard to exclaim, "With House Unfathomable, there is a new sheriff in town." Well, let's see if this new sheriff can beat the market sheriff. You got me falling down and down. You got me spinning round and round. Loving good and loving true in a whirlpool. The water's deep and dark around. As I go falling down and down, I reach out and what I touch, your loving hands I need so much. Whirlpool. Crazy, crazy over you. I'm in a whirlpool when I'm loving you.
Very good. Very good.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the times of ancient Rome, the praetor was the second highest civil official. He was responsible for justice, domestic tranquility, and he often sponsored the huge public chariot races. However, this fighter is not the Praetor himself, but his evil twin. Although he is of the newest set of Dark Tidings, he cares little for the tide. His weapon is disruption and corruption. How else could a fighter with only one previous public bout jump to the head of the line and be offered a title shot? Caring only for wine, women, and song, his life is a giant chaotic whirlpool. Welcome the evil twin of Praetor Easily Silk Cute.
The classic.
It's the kiss of death from Mr. Light Tasker. Pretty deck, beware he will steal your gold. His heart is cold. And now, to introduce our long-reigning champion, who during his run of unbroken success has been heard to boast that he can beat any challenger in the world on a level playing field. But now, hate to tell you, champ, with Dark Tidings, ain't no such thing as a level playing field.
That's true.
Furthermore, this new house, Unfathomable, has an unprecedented onslaught of disruption. Can our champion keep his cool style of control versus a fighter with double brain drain, Maelstrom, Whirlpool, and General Sherman? Presenting Light Tasker Market Sheriff.
I did forget about the Sherman. That's something too. Man, yeah, I don't know.
This is the deck I opened, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, because this was like the really good Maelstrom.
Yeah, it's got good whirlpools going on.
Sorry, the real good Whirlpool deck. So notably, Whirlpool is a symmetrical artifact, meaning that you can play it safely versus the Snack Lifter. Because if Light Tasker steals it, then that's fine. You're fine with that because it'll still be in effect. So, I mean, I'm not going to write it off. This deck does have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 pips of Amber, so that's still plenty of Infernus bait. You really have to put a hurt on Light Tasker the first time through the deck. Otherwise, Light Tasker is so much more efficient on the second go through.
There we go.
Under on the time of
The belt
yeah,
being
inspecting
presented, perhaps for the last time to Light Tasker. Here we go.
I mean, I don't know. I've played against a lot of Light Tasker. This deck's got some good tools against it. I think we'll have to actually get into the game. I'll need like the first game to try to get my sea legs, if you will.
I have to the first game's also me figuring out how to play against it. I don't have any idea, right? I've never played against a Whirlpool before.
You got to know your priorities as Light Tasker, because like there are specific cards that your opponent's going to use to beat you, and if you just purge those cards, your opponent can no longer beat you.
There's also the Bad Penny Legacy deck, which is funny. 2 crushing charges, 2 spoils of battle. Ostracize is a big deal. It has Humble to dump Amber. That's something. Let's stir up trouble as creatures deal damage to each other.
Yeah, neighbors deal damage to each other.
That's actually probably pretty good against Light Tasker.
Because it gets around the taunts.
Yeah. Yeah, this will be interesting.
I actually think the crushing charge is really good against Light Tasker too.
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
That's a way to wipe a bunch of idiots off the table. You rolled a 10?
Yep.
There were a lot of tools I wanted to see there, but I need something proactive. Bad Pity, best card against Light Tasker.
As well.
It's a creature I can always rely to reap to gain Amber. Sad Penny.
It's been a hot minute since I played Light Tasker. We had, our last fight night was like...
It's more than a month ago.
It was like March 21st, I think. Sad Penny. I would hope we would get Sad Penny.
I think our last fight night was before we, or it may have coincided with us learning that Dark Tidings is going to be delayed another month. So
that's probably about right.
I think that's when about
Dead Penny. I like that. Mad Penny would be good. Mad Penny is like the next logical choice, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Alright, I'll play Gargoyle with a card. Skyborn card? That'd be cool.
Okay, I am going to say Unfathomable, and I'm going to Brain Drain you. Look at your hand and put a card on top. I'm thinking Infernus. That way you don't immediately Infernus my Brain Drain. And then I'll play Whirlpool. And it is your turn. I will.
I'll say Shadows, and I'll discard these 3 cards.
Okay.
For sure.
Kydmore, Snucklifter, and it was Whisper?
It was Javinda.
Javinda, okay.
I want to give you Shadows creatures.
I can't look at the Jargogle, correct?
No one can look at the Jargogle card. I can't even look at it.
Okay. Okay. I am going to say...
If Jargogle dies when Nathan has it, I think he plays the thing under it.
Yeah. It says put a card from your hand face down under Jargogle. Destroyed. If it is your turn, I own Jargogle. And if it's destroyed, I own it. During my turn, I play the card under it. And if it's not my turn, it goes to the archive. And anytime a card would go to an out-of-play zone that isn't its owner's, it goes to its owner's version of that zone. So, if Jargogle died during Justin's turn, the card underneath it goes to Justin's archive. I am just going to say Unfallible, and I am going to play Wrath of Ruin, and I'll destroy a flank creature. So, I'm going to play a Snaglet. So, you now have a Snaglet after the Whirlpool resolves. Go ahead.
I'll say this. I will play... Not finish with you. I'll play Infernus and purge that stuff. Play Snag and a Rot Grub to make you lose 1. Snaglet will reap. And you get this Infernus at the right flank.
At the creature on their right flank.
I actually want to give you a Rot Grub.
Okay. Alright, I am going to say Shadows. Yeah, so right flank goes to the left flank. So my creature would go over to here.
Okay, here.
Right
my left flank. You put the creature on your right to their left flank.
Okay.
So it goes like that.
Okay, so you played Rock Grub here so that I would get Rock Grub.
Right.
Okay. Alright, I got you. Alright, I am going to say Shadows. I am going to play Ransack. That's it. I am going to play Shoulderhead. So wait, I'm going to play like that. I'm going to give you back the Rock Grub, I think. I'm going to play Hobnobber, Evil Twin. Omni, if your opponent has exactly 1, steal it. And then I am going to stir up some trouble, I think. And I am going to have Snaglet and Snag hit each other. So choose a creature on his neighbor, they deal damage to each other. And I am going to whirlpool that over to you, and I will draw.
I'll say dis. I will fight Shouldered with Snag. I'll let you steal one. I'll fight Shouldered with Rock Grub to finish it off. Fight the Hobnobber with Infernus. I will play Snag. Discard Harbinger. Your turn.
You get Infernus.
You get Infernus. I'm gonna say Shadows.
Okay, I'm gonna say Shadows. I will play Hard Simpson. Yeah, I'll play Hard Simpson. I'll discard Hard Simpson. And then I am going to stir up trouble, Rock Rub and Snag. And it's your turn. I will draw to you.
Say dis. I'll play Library. I will reap thrice. Snag.
I am going to say Saurian. I'm going to play Humble, and I'm going to exhaust Snag. I'm going to play Spoils of Battle. I'll capture, and then Snag will capture. I am going to play Senator Quintina. Get Snag. And it's your turn. I will draw through.
Alright, I'll say Logos. Play Igor. Start Vinda and Umbra. Play Papers. Draw 2. Have a card. Play Hologramophone. Play Normal Tech Group Think Tank. Titan Guardian Group Think Tank. Go there.
Okay, I am going to say Saurian, and Quintina is going to fight Infernus. And I am going to play Censor Philo, do 5 damage to the Snag.
No, Nathan roll pulled the Snag back to me last turn, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I played Quintina and Snag. Snag was the only creature I hadn't played that turn, so I was able to position in such a way Justin got a Snag back. And then I will play Cornison Octavia because it survives Group Think Tank. If were that to happen. Okay, and it is your turn. I'll say check with 6. I'll give you Quintina, and I will draw to you.
The Shadows, I will play Ronnie, steal 1. Play Whisper. Play Trust No One, steal 1. I will mug something. I guess Snag. So you can't get cheeky. And that's it.
Okay. I get the Igor. Okay, I am going to say Unfathomable, and I'm going to play Brain Drain. Stinger is not great, but it's not a game breaker. I am going to put the Hysteria back on top of the deck. I am going to play Echo Pearl since I know the Snack Lifters deck. And then I am going to play Guilt Spine Netcaster. Actually, I wonder if it's worth giving you the Guilt Spine Netcaster instead of the Snag. Snag can't really fight anything and survive, so okay, I think that's fine. I'll ready up, and then you get Snag. I'll say check with 6. Okay. It's first game, and there are no keys forged, so.
I'm gonna say Logos. Trying to draw onto Eddie here. I'm gonna Hologramophone the tech. I will use Group Think Tank. Play Quant. Gonna play Cutthroat Research. Gonna fight Netcaster. Draw 2. Reap with the Wormhole tech. Play Eddie. Grab a card. Alright, I'm done. Exalt the Quant, or the Wormhole tech, yeah.
Okay, I am going to say Saurian. I say Saurian. Sensor Philo is going to fight Snag. Cornison's gonna capture 2. I'm gonna Echo Pearl Quant.
Stun, Exhaust.
Exhaust,
and
stun,
Rage.
and then Rage.
Okay.
No, I'll give you a Cornison. And it's your turn. So check with. Don't say check because.
Say this. I'm gonna play library. Play puzzle. Purge the tech.
Purged.
Fight. Normal tech. Purge. Cantina. Fight. Let's see. I'll just reboot it. I will play in Furnace and get Brain Drain and Spoils of Battle. I'll play Hysteria. Get Furnace out. For I'll get Tidal Wave and Humble. What was this?
It's in your hand.
It's in my hand?
Yeah.
I will play Puzzle. Grab a card. And that is it.
Okay.
Normal text dead. Okay, that's what I was wondering. I thought.
Oh, you fought it with puzzle.
Okay,
I
yeah.
put it in my.
I was wondering why my math was messed up in my hand. All right, yeah, that's it.
Okay, I am going to say Saurian. I'm going to play Grimlockus Ducks. I am going to play Cornison Octavia. I'm going to play Spoils of Battle. I'll capture here. Capture. It's worth it to put it on Puzzle. I think it's worth it to play it. And it is your turn, Locus. And I will draw 2.
Let's see. Logos. Play Igor. Card. More interest new one. Play Igor. Card Snag and Rock Grub. Play play Titan Guardian, play Eddie. Card. Thorium Plasmate, the Buzzle 1 over. I'll ward Eddie.
Okay, I'm going to say Saurian. I am going to humble the Grimlockus.
Okay.
Actually, I don't like that. I'm not saying Saurian.
Okay.
I'm saying Unfathomable. And I am after the one for that. Saying Unfathomable, and I am playing General Sherman.
Okay. So you get these. This goes away. This ward goes away. So you get the rest.
Then I'm playing Ugaru. And it is your turn. I will I'll say check with 8. The Forge.
No, I do have the archive. Or I have 80 still, so.
Oh, sorry, your archive's at 10.
Yeah.
So.
Alright, Forge. How many leaves play?
You get them into the turn. So Sherman is yours now.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'll say Logos. Play Vapors. Have a card. Play Wormhole Tech. Actually, I'll play Jargogle. Card. Then Wormhole Tech. Eddie will get warded and then fight the Fuguru. That's it. Are you mad? Go, check it out.
Go. No one's stopping you. Go. Okay. I am going to say Saurians, and I am going to Crushing Charge.
Okay.
I'll gain a chain.
This goes here.
And I am going to Humble General Sherman. And it's your turn. I'll drop a chain and draw. I'll say check with 9.
May I? Your discard pile?
If this were a Vault Tour, I would just go next.
Yeah.
Because I think this game is beyond over. Sherman's at the end of Justin's turn. There was one specific card that I needed before now, and I have not seen it, and so I have lost. Whirlpool was good, but I made some mistakes with the Whirlpool. I think there were like some turns there where I could have played differently, but
So this, I'll play Infernus. Get Spoils and Pearl. Actually, can I even view? Do I care enough to stop you? I don't think. It's fine. Alright, I'll Hysteria. So this goes back to your hand. I get to throw these down. Grimlocus, Tornazon. Guardian. Want Igor, Buzzle, and Furnace. And I'll play Infernus. Get Humble. And Ransack. Discard Harbinger. I will use the libraries. And
I will Forge. I am going to say Unfathomable. I am going to play Reclusal's Chant. I will exhaust Buzzle.
Ancient. I just
I
exhaust.
say they have not even touched the tide, so. And then I'll just play another General Shark. So shove everything under him. He's yours.
Alright.
And I will draw 2. Go ahead.
Cell Silk Cutie. Alright, I'll say Shadows. Play Arani, steal 1. Play J Vinda. I'll mug General Sherman. And you can have General Sherman.
Okay. I am going to say Shadows. I am going to play Gas Pipes Malone, Whisper, Bad Penny. And then I'll scoop to both of those.
Scooped.
Scoop them.
You got the tide, right?
No.
That's not
it's
the
just
one. That's
deal
the capture
2.
one. Okay.
Yeah, and I'll draw these 5 right here. It's your turn.
I get a bad penny.
Yep. All yours.
Sweet. I will
The Bad Penny is actually funny with the the Whirlpool.
say Logos. Play Eddie. No, I'll play Wormhole Tech. Then play Eddie. I'll Cutthroat Research. And I'll Thorium Plasmate. I'll put Gas Pipes over there. Gas Pipes. And I'll ward Eddie. Alright. Got this bad penny back.
Thank you. Okay, I am going to say Saurian. And I am going to Crushing Charge. Bad Peanut comes back to my hand, all these Shadows creatures are dead. Then I'm going to Ostracize Eddie. I will discard Censor of Philo, I think. And it is your turn. I'll drop a chain, shuffle, and draw 1. I think if I'd gotten that earlier before Justin got through the deck the first time, I think I'm in much better shape.
Yeah.
A better shape this game.
Okay, I'll say Logos. Play Jargogel with a card. Play Vapors. And Archive. Archive. Or Hologramophone. Do I even Hologramophone? Yeah, I'll protect the Jargogel. That's fine. Okay, your turn.
Sherman.
Here's your Sherman.
Okay, I am going to say Shadows. I am going to discard Bad Penny. I'll play Booby Trap. And it return. I will draw 3. Yeah, I was able to fight through those fairly effectively. It's funny because with like Whirlpool, I could get locked into like Logos, right? Like if I screw up the positioning.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Dis. I'll play Snag, Harbinger. I'll discard Harbinger. I'm gonna play Rock Rub though. Lose 1. Actually, I'll put the Rock Rub. Library, a card. There you go.
Okay, I am going to say Untamed. Sorry, I don't have that. Unfathomable. I am going to play Bubbles and get General Sherman.
Do them all there?
Yeah, like that's fine.
Okay.
I am going to Rakuzel's Chant Jargogol.
You want the Titan Guardian at the edge or anything?
It's all getting maelstrommed.
Alright.
So I'll take 2 chains. I don't know if this is actually the best play, but I think it does chunk up your deck some. I have this Fuguru, but if I play it, I end up having to give it to you. So I'm going to discard Fuguru, and it is your turn. I'll drop a chain and draw.
I'll say Logos. I will play. Jeez, I'll play Vapors. I will play Research. Play Wormhole Tech, Guardian, Wormhole Tech, Quant. Play Thorn Plasmate. I will Reap with Jargogol. I will Ward Tech. I need to archive one, didn't I?
Or what?
The Vapors.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I am going to say Saurian. I'm going to play Grimlockus. I'm going to play Ornison Octavia. Play Censor Philo and do 3 damage to Grimlockus. And it's your turn. I'll drop a chain. I'll give you a Grimlockus, and we'll draw 3.
Unfortunate. Say Logos. Reap with the Wormhole Tech. That's Snag. Archived. I will play Igor.
Game 3, yeah.
Play Igor. I have to take that main. Keep twice. Ward. Ducks. Give you this.
Okay, I am going to save Saurian. Cornison Octavia is going to capture 2 from you. I'm going to play Russian Charge, so I'll get a chain. Censor Philo is going to Reap and drop a chain and draw. Good.
Okay. Let's see. This. Play 2 Inferni. Those. And these. Play Puzzle, Purge, Courtesan. That's pretty it. I'll Reap with Puzzle. Library. All hysteria. Okay. I will play Infernus. Get this stuff.
There was no amber on the cards that he purged.
The first two, right?
Yeah, I lost it.
Okay,
and then I
yeah.
gained it for Cornus and
Yeah, yeah.
Octavia. She had amber on her.
Yeah. And the second Infernus. I don't want to purge the bad penny.
90-minute time limit. No, there's no
you can,
time limit.
You can leave the bad penny.
Okay.
The other thing, though. Yeah, we've never imposed a time limit on these matches because it's gonna hit time limit. I'm just gonna purge Quant. Is going to hit time limit. I'll play Snag. I'll play Buzzle, and I'm done. The time limit is how long it takes me to reap a couple times, I guess. Nathan has no cards left.
Okay, I am going to say Saurian. Grimlockus Dux is going to fight an Infernus. And we'll take 2. And going to ostracize Puzzle. I'll play Censor Philo and dump 5 damage into Grimlockus Dux. And it is your turn. That, and I will draw.
I'll say this. I'll play Rock Grub and make you 1. Archive a card. I will archive another card, and I'll reap twice. Here. A purge puzzle.
Okay, I am going to say Shadows. I am going to play Shoulder Id. I am going to Stir Up Trouble. I'm going to choose a creature and one of its neighbors, so Shoulder Id and Censor Philo. And each chosen creature deals damage equal to its power to the other. So Shoulder Id would do damage. I steal 1 instead, so I steal 1. The Censor Philo does 5 damage to Shoulder Id. I will play a Whisper Locksmith if you go into Snag. I'm going to Scooped Snag, so it does 2 damage to a creature. If it's not destroyed, it captures 1 from its own side. Am I fine with that? I think I just discard Whisper. I think it's up in a soft trap there if that happens. Okay, I'll give you Shoulder Id, and I will draw 4.
Alright, I'll say Logos. Play Wormhole Tech, play Guardian, play Igor. Plasmate. They can say where it is. They cut through research. I will vapors. Yeah, Whirlpool is the defining card of this matchup, I think. Or that deck, really. It does really good things with it. Draw 2. 5, 1. Play Thorny Plasmate. Board a creature. There you
go. Okay, and that's game.
Okay.
Can't do anything from here.
Take stuff back. We should have given that deck different sleeves than every other deck we own. Needs like some art sleeves or something.
Yeah, because it's constantly giving its creatures away.
We're gonna peep a deck, Stormstrong.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing it wasn't the red katanas. Or this deck would be mixed in with everything forever. Rapturous.
The Bumblebird sleeves. I could bust out the Bumblebird sleeves. It's true. All those things. I feel like those things will get butted up pretty quick.
AOA 83 SAS AOA double Spirit's Way. Wow, lots of stuff going on in this. There's not a whole lot of Bumblebird sleeves out there, so they'll be very distinctive.
The Dragon Shield ones are nice. Oh, we have those Easter sleeves, I think.
The bunny ears ones?
Yeah, the Easter, like
so
the
we mailed
Easter
them
dragon.
to Triple H, but Triple H mailed them back to us, right?
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Nefru, Old Yerks to discard cards. Makes your deck much more efficient. 2 BDQs. Time Traveler. Double Titan Librarian. Wow, this deck triple Obeyed the Grim with Epic Quests.
Ooh-wee.
Doorsteps. Wow, this deck has got combos all over the place.
You showed this on in our Discord, right? In the Deck Strength channel? Because I remember seeing the 3 Obades and the Epic Quest, and I was like, that's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Along with Gatekeeper.
Well, and you got Doorstep, so you have multiple ways to capture a bunch of
Jeez.
amber and then doorstep them. So
That's
you
pretty
could,
crazy.
You could have like 2 Obades out, then Epic Quest them, give them all that amber, and then doorstep them, right?
Plus,
like
you have Librarians, UX, Researcher, Director of ZYX, a Memory Chip, and Archimedes.
Yeah.
That is the most Epic Quest that's ever happened.
Archimedes and Bouncing Death Court too, right?
Yeah.
So,
good lord. That thing is on some
you
stuff.
probably forge a bunch of keys with Epic Quest throughout a game. Like I don't Nefru and BDQ as a combo too. Both people are going to get amber, but
you decide when
if you're ahead, right? You can decide how much amber you need.
That's pretty much the dream.
Yeah,
that deck is awesome.
Yeah, and Old Yerks give you efficiency in your disc.
Yeah,
like the only house that doesn't have any efficiency is the Sanctum.
And it's got Life Ward with all those creature destruction.
Yeah, that's always good too.
Man,
so yeah, there's a lot of non-linear plays in this. I think that deck's pretty good. Yeah, it's probably not
so much stuff.
It's probably not fast.
Yeah,
is one of the things. But
doesn't matter. You just Epic Quest all day.
You're gonna spend 3 or 4 turns setting up some stuff. But once it's set up, then you're gonna be in great shape. So
very cool. It's a good name too. All right, game 2.
All right. Let's see if I can
get my purge stuff back.
I was like too inefficient in the middle of the game because I needed to get through my deck faster, but I don't think this deck is not blazing.
It doesn't really have ways to blaze, I guess.
I was trying to get you into
bets.
I was trying to get you into a board state where General Sherman would capture all of your key components, and you would be forced to do something else, like Kymor or whatever. I wasn't like thrilled to pop my Maelstrom then, but when I was gonna have to pop my Maelstrom whenever General Sherman went away, just so that way you didn't have a full board of stuff.
I think you can win. It's just fighting against like does Light Tusker have time to set up kind of thing. Yeah, you have to disrupt it before it can set up.
Yeah, I'm like the brain drain was fine and all, but I really needed like bubbles and stuff like that because if I could have established some sort of board before Light Tusker got going, and I could dictate the flow and like slow White Tasker down, then I think I would have been in good shape. It may have been a mistake to play Whirlpool that early. Whirlpool may be better later on, combined with like a huge Saurian turn, because like if I end up in a situation where I just like load a Saurian up with like 8 amber, then hand it to you out of nowhere, especially if you're like trying to threaten your first key, and I just steal that whole key, then that probably is like goes a long way towards winning the game.
First.
It was funny that I did get to completely ignore the tide.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter.
I think I'm going to mulligan. I think my hand's close, but I think I'm going to mulligan.
I guess I'll keep. This is weird.
So I have to be kind of careful because I can't set up a situation where Justin can do something like jar Gogol into one of my creatures to play TMTP or to play Hysteria, and use also Quant so that he could play a non-logos card in the same turn. Like he could like ward Quant, jar Gogol to play Hysteria during the logos turn, use Quant to play TMTP during the logos turn, and so like all of the amber that I put on his creatures went away, right? Like I still have to obey the TMTP rules because I get blown out by that. So I think it's fine to go to like 7 and 8 and like try to force Justin into doing it. If I had that when Justin played Eddie and I had an ostracize and I could just ostracize it on the spot, I would have been in much better shape that game, because then Justin would have had to have relied on the shadows to stop my keys. Because at the time, he hadn't reshuffled, and the Dis was accounted for. Like, all the Infernuses were accounted for. Okay, go ahead.
Let's play Eddie. Please don't purge me, bruh. No purge. No purges.
I am going to say Unfathomable. I'll play Fugaru, and I'll play Tidal Wave. I don't think it's really... The deck doesn't have a way to raise the tide, so I don't think it's worth taking three chains to just blow up Eddie here.
Oh, it just raises the tide? Or it doesn't do anything?
No, if the tide is high, destroy a creature in each of its neighbors, your opponent raises the tide. So it's not worth taking the 3 chains.
So I still raise the tide there, right?
If the tide is high, destroy a creature in each of his neighbors, your opponent raises the tide. Okay, yeah, sure. Tide is high for you.
Alright.
And I will draw. Go ahead.
Alright. I'll say shadows. I'll play Javinda. I'll trust no one and steal one. I'll play Whisper. I'm done. I'll draw 2, I guess.
Okay, I am going to say Unfathomable. I'm going to Brain Drain. Ronnie. Gramophone, Hysteria, Puzzle. I'll put Ronnie on top of your deck. And then I'm going to Wrath or Ruin and return 2 creatures to your hand. Then Ugaru will just reap. And it is your turn. Draw 2.
I'll say Logos. I'll play a Hologramophone. I'll play Cutthroat Research. And I'll fight Ugaru. Your turn.
Okay, so no Ronnie's there. I guess I say Shadows here. I'll play Scooped and Ransack to steal 1. 2. 3.
My goodness.
Okay, so I'll say check with 6, and it's your turn. I will draw 2.
They shadows. Play Whisper and Javinda and Ronnie. Sure.
Okay, I think I just YOLO it here. I am going to say Saurian. I'll play Humble to tap Whisper. I'll play Humble to tap Javinda. I'll Spoils of Battle. I don't have any creatures. And I'll Crushing Charge to just kill everything that you got over there. I'll gain a chain. So check with 8 and I'll go ahead. It's weird not playing with Whirlpool this game. I'm having to like unwhirlpool my brain, unswirl my brain.
Say this, I'll play Buzzle, play Harbinger, I'll play Not Finished With You.
He had like 2 draws to hit an Infernus, because I knew that Hysteria was there, but I figured that's my best shot. I had like relatively close to perfect information. He didn't have many opportunities to hit an Infernus there. I guess there could have been Infernus in the archives, but I don't know. I think you would have played it on some of the stuff, brain drains and stuff like that, as soon as you saw it, maybe.
Alright, I'm done.
Okay, so I will forge. Alright, we got the key through. And this chain is gone. Okay. I am going to say Unfathomable. I'll play Echo Pearl, and I will Bubbles the Harbinger. And it is your turn. I will draw 2.
I'm gonna say Dis. I'm gonna play Snag. I'm gonna fight Bubbles. I'm gonna purge Snag and fight Bubbles. I'm gonna play Infernus. Spoils. Let's get Brain Drain. Let's Infernus. Or let's Hysteria. Play Infernus. I'll get Ransack and get Tidal. I'll play Buzzle. Your turn.
Okay, I'll say Shadows. I'll play Stir Up Trouble. They deal damage to each other. I'll play Hard Simpson. I'll discard Bad Penny and I'll play Booby Trap. And at your turn, I will draw 5.
A damaged creature captures 1. Oh, the Tide's high. Okay. I'll say Logos. I'll play Vapors. I'll play Gargoyle, Guard, Tank, Igor. Discard Guardian and Mug. Play Eddie. Archive. Board Eddie. I feel like I was thinking about not taking the Eddie there. Protect it from the Purge. You do have to have 2 cards that destroy, but you have like Crushing Charges, so it is risky to play the Eddie there. But I assumed that risk.
Okay, I am going to say Shadows for the turn. I'm going to Echo Pearl the Jargogle. I am going to take 3 chains to raise the tide. I'm not a fan of this. I'm not like a super fan of this here. I'll Reap with Hard Simpson, and Furnace will capture 1 from its own side. And then I'm going to play Scooped and deal 2 damage to a creature. If it is not destroyed, it captures 1 from its own side. And it is your turn. I will drop a chain, and I'll tell you to go ahead.
Say logos. Reap with Igor. Eddie. I'm gonna use the tank. Google will die. Play Ronnie. Tank takes 1. I will play Wormhole Tech and board Wormhole Tech. Play it. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to play Infallible. I'm going to play Rakuzal's Chant, so it's going to exhaust every creature. And I'll play Guiltspine Caster. And it's your turn. I'll drop a chain and draw 2. Go ahead.
Say Shadows. Well, Kymor. Play Umbra.
I am going to say Saurian. I'm going to play Sensor Philo and Quintina, and I'll shoot the Infernus. And I will drop a chain and draw 2.
I will. The Logos. I'm gonna Plasmate Quintina where she is. Takes 2.
Okay, I didn't know if you were.
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. I'll ward the tech, then I'll fire off the bomb. I'll Reap with the tech. Archive Library of the Danged. That's not ideal.
Not where you want it.
No, I'll play Quant. I'm done.
Okay, I am going to say Shadows. I'm going to play Whisper and Gas Pipes Malone, and it's your turn. I will draw.
The Logos. I'm gonna fight the Saurian. I'm gonna fire off the tank. I have no action. I'll Reap with Quant. I will board the Quant. Yeah, board Quant. Your turn.
Okay, I am going to say Unfathomable. I'm going to Brain Drain. Put the Infernus on top. And then I am going to Maelstrom. I will say check with 6. I'll drop a chain and draw. Your turn.
Yeah, say this. I'll play the library. I'll play Rock Grub. Snaglet. Snag. Oh, Death Forge?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, your turn.
I am going to say Unfallible. I'll play Whirlpool. I'll play General Sherman. And it's your turn. I'll drop a chain and draw 2. I'll say check with 6.
Say Shadows. Play Ronnie, Umbra. Let me back this General Sherman. Shuffle.
I am going to say Saurian? Where's left? Yeah, I'm gonna say Saurian. I am going to play Sensor Philo, Cornison Octavia. I am going to Spoils of Battle, capture on Sherman. Sherman will capture another. Then I am going to go ahead and ostracize a Ronnie. And it is your turn. I will draw these 3 and shuffle. It's Sherman. I draw 2 more.
Say Logos. I will play Igor. Discard cut the research for normal tech. I'll play another Igor. Discard Vapors and Kymor. Play Tank, Chargogol. Warding Sherman? How much do I care about these creatures? I don't care about them. Alright, I'm done.
Igor, please.
There's your Igor.
You.
Can I look under Sherman? That's a great question. Probably not. Probably not.
It doesn't say face down.
Purge each creature. Does it say purge face down? Face down. Okay, yeah. So you could probably look at them.
Since it says purge, you can look at them.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. It said purge face down, you can't look at it. I believe that's now hidden information. So, okay, I'm gonna say Saurians. I'm gonna play Grimlock's Ducks.
I think you can look at opponent's purge pile, yeah.
Sensor Philo is gonna fight Umbra. Umbra will steal. And then I'm gonna read with Corson Octavia. And it is your turn.
Yeah, it does not say to put them under Sherman, but like I feel like that's the best way to handle that interaction, because otherwise how are you gonna distinguish the purged cards that he took versus the ones that are purged normally?
Yeah, in theory you could recycling bin card that's been purged with Sherman, right? But I think at that point you could just grab it. So.
Yeah. I will say Say Shadows. Play Javinda. I'll Snecklifter the Whirlpool. Ronnie will Reap. Igor.
Okay, I am going to say Saurian. I am going to humble group think tank. Since Raphilo is going to fight I have a tough choice here. I guess I'll fight Grimlock's Ducks. Cornerstone Octavia will capture. And it is your turn. Octavia, I'll say check with 6.
Say Logos. I will.
Yeah. It's tempted.
Or do I?
Eventually one of us will say one of the houses the other person has.
Yeah. Play Guardian and Eddie. Draw Gogol. Fly into an Igor. Play the Javinda. And Lord Eddie. I'll give this Ronnie. I'm just waiting for the maelstrom to come for me. Can't remember if I didn't purchase this game, did I? No.
Yeah, you've purged blessedly little.
Yeah.
So I at least pulled the Hysteria out early before you had double Infernus set up, and then put an Infernus on top of your deck at some point, and so I've done what I can to limit the damage it can do. At the cost of like efficiency, right? Like I haven't played nearly the number of cards that I could have been playing. Okay, I am going to say Shadows. I am going to Scooped to kill a Javinda. I will choose this J Venda. I am going to play. It's just like sure, I'll play all these Shadows Idiots. Hard Simpson, Hobnobber, Whisper. Ronnie is gonna fight Snecklifter. And it is your turn. You'll get your Igor back. I will draw. I need like one more piece of removal to be in like good shape that last turn, because I really didn't want to. This is like if I mean I feel like it's the Logos turn from a
Pretty good Logos turn. True. Yeah. The Logos. I will use the tank. This takes 2. Or takes 3 more. No, 2. This is gone.
Titan Guardian's got
Titan Guardian takes 3. I will Ward Eddie. Reap. Give you Sherman. Ducks has 7 damage. Should be 5. Okay. I can't math that good.
I'm gonna say Unfallible. I am gonna play Bubbles. I'll put the Greek Think Tank back on top of your deck. Play Guiltspine Netcaster. I don't Reap with Sherman here because I'm already in Ronnie / TMTP range. I don't want to encourage such behavior. So I'll have General Sherman fight Titan Guardian.
Oh, he does no damage.
He does no damage, but he will receive
damage.
damage.
Okay, I got you.
And it is turn. I will.
Okay, I'll say Logos. I'll fight Bubbles with Guardian. I will fight Netcaster with Igor. Play a tank. Play Plasmate. I'll Reap with Eddie. Ward. General Sherman again. Can't kill me. I'm done.
I am going to say Shadows. I'm going to discard Bad Penny. I am going to Stir Up Trouble. I'm going to choose General Sherman and Group Think Tank.
Fighting, okay.
Yeah, so he will obliterate the Group Think Tank. I will discard the Shoulder Ed. And it is your turn. That, and I will draw 3. Ignore that.
The Shadows. I'll play. Let me see your discard pile. Just real quick. I'll say this and pick up the. My archive got butted up with this stuff. Play library. Play Inferni. Get scooped and humble. And I'll get bubbles and
if this deck had like some efficiency,
yeah.
I think I would be in much better shape. Because the problem is I have to like, it takes me so long to set up the plays that I want that I think I can like, that can like get me ahead in the game.
Archive a card.
It takes so long to set those up, so.
Play Buzzle and Purge. Ready. Keep. I will discard Harbinger. Play Not Finished with You. Igor's not. One Igor. Or no. I'll shuffle in Ronnie. And I'll draw it. So that's it. Check with 7. And Nathan always works very hard to try to win the games, so. Does everything in his power. Y'all just gotta give him better ammunition. Yeah, I mean, I think there is definitely a deck in Dark Tidings that can beat it.
I'm gonna say Shadows. I'm gonna Stir Up Trouble, kill the Inferences.
Okay.
So
Say Shadows. I will.
I have drawn cards out of order to like the last like 4 turns. It's so frustrating. It's like one of those where I just need like one card to fall right and I can like crack the game open, but I can't quite get it. So
Upward. I will say shadows. I'll play Whisper, Bad Penny. I'll reap Javen to shoot the Bad Penny. Deal one. Play Bad Penny.
Yeah, that's definitely a Desh Chan right there.
Play Ronnie.
If I knew it wouldn't send vibrations through the microphone, I would
Trust
just
no one.
bang on the table.
Play a mug on the Ducks. And your turn.
Okay, I will say Saurians. I am gonna play Humble on Javinda. I am going to play Spoils of Battle. So Ronnie will capture one and then capture another one. These both capture. I will play Sensor Philo and do 5 damage to General Sherman. And I'll draw 3. Ronnie back.
Alright, let's say Logos. I will reap with Eddie. I will play Gargogle with a card. The Guardian, play Igor. Discard Conmore, Mortal Tackle, Plasmate, that thing. I'll word.
Okay, I can't stop 7.
Okay.
Stop 6, but cannot stop 7. I drew the Shadows removal like 1 card at a time. I had like there was Booby Trapped and Scooped and 2 Stirring Up Troubles, and so there were like several turns where it was like all I need is like 2 pieces of removal so I can kill Eddie to force Justin to do something that he didn't want to do, right? Because you got to take the turns you wanted to take like 5 turns in a row there because I couldn't kill Eddie. And if Eddie's just sitting worded on the table, the Light Touch could do whatever the fuck it wants, right, at that point. It's just like, I'll just draw like 5 cards, I'll use Group Think Tank like 6 turns in a row. So it's just like but I can't force him to take a turn that he doesn't want to take. Like he took how many turns in a row would he want to take the turns that he took, right? Like I couldn't force him into grabbing his archives early. He grabbed his archives when he felt like it. He was like, now's a good time for the archives. It's half disc, half shadows at this point. Who cares? I'll just draw it. I'll play my hand in an exact way that I've got the 6 cards in my hand that I want. And I couldn't like stop that because I couldn't get Eddie off the table. And I couldn't threaten. So this is not in danger. I'm just mad I have to play against Light Tasker again. Again!
Guaranteed.
After game 2 on the rant.
Thanks for the rant.
It's once the match is over, I'm gonna rant, right?
Alright, back.
How many? I didn't even have that many cards. I only think I only had like 8 cards purchased that game.
Yeah.
It was not that many cards. It really wasn't. I had like a death grip on card. There were cards that I held. I held Ostracized for like 8 turns because I wasn't going to play the Ostracized until I was reshuffling because I didn't want to expose it to the Infernus.
Yeah, it would have got gone instantly. So
yeah,
that's something you have to get to
right. Exactly.
Game, right?
So I was just like, well, it's just a chain. It's just gonna sit in my hand until I'm fixing to reshuffle, so that I can purge something I need to get rid of. There were like. I think I was like 1 card away from cracking that game open several times, but this deck does not have the efficiency. Justin went through his deck like 5 times that game, right? He was just playing whatever he wanted to play whenever he wanted to play it, and I couldn't stop it despite having Unfathomable, despite putting stuff on top of the deck. I couldn't get like any of the Unfathomable stuff together. I couldn't get like the Bubbles and the Maelstrom, right? Because when I give you Sherman. And I bubbles Sherman, and you get a bunch of creatures back. And then I Maelstrom. I just stack your deck with like a bunch of garbage.
I think the deck that is beating it from Dark Times has Logos in it.
Yeah, well,
like
it's got to keep pace.
Stuff.
It has to keep
gotta
pace.
Keep pace, right?
It has to keep pace. I mean, I could see an Unfathomable Logos Star Alliance deck that plays more cards than Light Tasker can answer.
Yeah.
And it generates amber through cards like Science or any number of other things. I could even see like Rooftop Laboratory playing a big role.
Oh god,
right?
yeah. It's like you can't really plan for those plays, right?
Yeah. So right,
No
something
amber
with few amber pips. Because there were several times where I could force Justin into Shadows to deal with me because he was going to have to play stuff that stole because I just didn't have any amber pips. No, get out of here, Pete. Get out of here, Pete.
DT's worse than AOA as a set. I highly disagree.
I disagree, Grant.
Yeah, highly disagree.
What are you talking about?
Definitely disagree. We'll see. I want a Vault Tour with a DT deck right now.
This is non-Vault Tour winner walking in here trying to tell Vault Tour winners how to play the game of Keyforge.
We'll see. as always, we will see for sure. Legacy Maverick Eden's Jar would be pretty good. Yeah, I think Eden's Jar is extremely good against Light Tasker. We just don't have an Eden's Jar deck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we never opened. We never opened Sins. We never opened.
It's gonna be the right Eden's Jar deck though.
Yeah.
But still, the deck that generating 20 amber in a turn. Well, he just gets too much to protect it.
What does Grant know? He only programs the stupid add-on.
You only see all the data for all.
Yeah,
the
you get to see a bunch of data.
All the very.
What's data going to tell you? Nothing.
Nothing. Library card. Yeah. You don't want to give Light Tasker a library card, probably. Also, 24 amber just gets stolen, so I don't think that's the solution.
I mean, you can play. So the thing about the Sneck Lifter is that if Justin draws the Sneck Lifter before you draw your artifacts, you're oftentimes in the clear.
Yeah. I mean, Sneck Lifter a lot of times just gets archived and forgotten about, so.
Yeah. And I mean, you can also set up situations where it's like, because there's so many times in the game that if you could just force Light Tasker to pick up Archive so that you didn't have to play around a bunch of cards, you basically have to play around the whole shadow side, except like the few idiots that Justin decides to put on the table at some point to clear out his hand. So you have to play around TMTP. You have to play around the card that steals. Trust no one. You have to play around that because it's not often, but if there's a situation where you wipe the Light Tasker's board and you have a bunch of creatures on the table and Justin's like steal 3, that's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. So,
no, we're not gonna buy any decks. We don't really do that. We don't really buy third-party decks. I did buy the one Dark Tidings deck just because I had the Dark Tidings.
Because we didn't know when we were gonna get it.
And we still didn't know where it was.
We were incentivized to buy it because we didn't know when it was.
But that is the only deck I
yeah, and like I mean, I got a feeling I kind of know how Eden's Jar plays just as a card, even though I haven't really had much experience against it. I mean, I think it is a good card.
Oh, it's definitely a good card.
I think it's a very powerful card.
Yeah. It's like innumerably powerful, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, Light Tasker, you probably say Infernus, maybe.
I think
or you could say Eddie.
I mean, if you play Eden's Jar and say Infernus, and no, I think you say Infernus. You say
Infernus.
100% to say Infernus,
Okay.
Because the thing about Light Tasker is that I don't think you say Eddie. I don't think you give a shit about Eddie. If the deck is
in
right.
other ways, right?
If the deck is right.
Yeah,
if you can answer Eddie through other means. The thing about Infernus is that your good cards, you get to play one time and then you never get to play them again. And that's how you lose to Light Tasker, is because Light Tasker is playing its best cards 8 times a game, and you get to play a good card once and then it's gone. So
that's a combination of Eddie and Infernus. I think that allows Light Tasker to function like that. So, yeah. Okay, there's the.
I mean, if you say Infernus outside of Snag, you get to ignore Dis. Almost exclude. You like most decks will not give a shit about the Dis that's in Justin's deck. So
that was Fight Night X.
There you go. I think it was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I mean, One Fight Night's going to be complete without a Nathan rant at the end of it about Light Tasker.
Until Light Tasker is finally defeated.
Until it's finally defeated.
Whenever that will be.
Yeah.
This is the 4 or 5 month reigning champion at this point.
Yeah.
So, wow.
I don't know that we opened a DT deck that can take it on at this point.
Probably not yet. But we still have plenty more to open.
Yeah, we got more to open. And like I said, I think there is a better version of Mervigig. I think there is a better version of that deck, because there are some dead cards in that deck.
Mervigig gets crapped on by Light Tasker. Probably. Probably.
I mean, Fangtooth is fine against it. There's less Amber Pips than it appears.
It doesn't have many Amber Pips, but like it's only Amber Control as Eddie's. So
yeah.
Is it a printed deck box? No, it's just a Gamegenic.
Yeah, it's
deck
the Game
box.
Genic one.
Very nice. It's made especially for Keyforge. RNG should make Light Tasker lose. The thing is, Light Tasker, right, is like I know you put a Kappa face, but Light Tasker's very good at being efficient, which is like one of its many strengths.
It's like if you don't see either Igor for the first half of the deck, that's when it feels like Light Tasker is stuck in molasses.
There have been games that felt like that, but they're rare, right? Because they also have the library. So if you get library early, that's just free turns, free dis turns all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, and the libraries are bad too. I think it's a shame that what's its face, because I feel like the deck that had the two auto vacs. I feel like that deck would have a really good game against Light Tasker if it weren't for Snecklifter.
Because you get the autovax and then you're hyper lose the game.
Yeah, because then all your good toys... But it has stuff like Blossom Drake, which Blossom Drake is just a huge-ass creature that comes out, turns off Light Tasker's artifacts, which are very important, because if you didn't notice in that last game, Eddie was warded every single turn of the game that Eddie was in play. So you need a way to actually get to the Eddie. I'm sorry, I keep saying Eddie and it keeps confusing him. Just look at this dog. He's so confused because I keep saying Eddie. He's wagging his tail. Eddie? Eddie? Eddie?
So confused. Sniffing the ground. Well,
freaking out on the ground.
Eddie gets a treat. I was going to say. Eddie didn't get a treat on this fight night.
Oh, the shame 4x4. Broken up. Magical Becca's giving Eddie a treat.
Yeah, 2 treats.
And Uno.
Oh. Other paw. 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 Okay, great. He did it. Well, perfectly flawlessly executed tricks.
First time. First command. Yeah, anyway, there you go. Tuesday. Well, tomorrow, back to Tournament Champions.
Yeah.
Tuesday, my second vaccine shot.
Oh, yeah. So Wednesday is a question mark.
Wednesday's a question mark at this point. Who knows?
But if we don't stream Wednesday, we probably stream Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, something. If I Wednesday's a big question mark. Now, last time when I got the shot, I felt like I had like IRL lag. I felt like I was playing on like a 600 millisecond ping the whole day, but by the time it came to stream, I was like back up and ready to go.
You'll have like, what time are you getting early in the morning on Tuesday?
Yeah, I'm getting early on Tuesday.
Okay.
So
the second day is like supposedly the worst one for Moderna, right?
Yeah.
But so that is a question mark. But so tomorrow for sure.
Yeah.
And we'll make up for it if we don't stream Wednesday.
Yeah. So messed you up for a day. Yeah, fair enough. I've heard it's got to be better than getting COVID.
Yeah. The Pfizer day 2, I probably couldn't have streamed that day. I didn't feel too bad. It was just like I was really tired and kind of fevery.
If I'm like wimpy, don't expect a rant. I'll just be whining the whole time. Look at Justin playing Maelstrom again. Look at that. Wow, I guess I'll just put my 8 creatures on top of my deck. Sure, just take a lot of skill to play Maelstrom every game.
Just exhausted. That's kind of how I felt, Storm. I napped many times that day. But totally worth, and I'm very soon able to hang out with friends again. It's going to be very exciting. Play board games. Playing board games ASAP. It's going to be great. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody.
There you
go. See you tomorrow.
Fight Night X in the books.
Goodbye.
X signing out.
X going to sign out.
X leaving.